energy is just, it's in the room and it has to be moved. I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, so it's like the energy is all around us, but we have to, if we want to work with energy, we have to give it intention. So if you're going to protect the energy around you, you have to, like, with intention, maybe say something or do some kind of motion or ritual of some type to help the energy move and do something with it, like protect the space, heal somebody, do a reading for someone, connect with someone. Yeah, and it's good to know all different types of energies. Like, I was very lucky because I got to learn different martial arts, healing, and psychic. So martial art energy is you're connecting with the person, so you know where they're moving next. So you know what they're gonna do next. You can kind of feel their anticipation before it happens. So you're feeling this energy between you and the opponent moving at the same time. And also you can scan the energy and figure out where on the body is weak, which a martial artist would want to know on their opponent, and where is strong. And for a healer, same thing. They would scan the body to figure out what is weak and what is strong, what they need to heal. So it's interesting because it's two different ways of using it, but it's still energy. And like for psychics, I feel like psychics, what they do is they translate the energy and they try to understand why it's there. And so it's more like they don't scan it and they don't heal it and they don't hurt it, but they're like, oh, this is here. It's here because of this, so it's kind of like translating the energy a little bit. So when you have all the different aspects of energy, it makes you look at things very differently, because you then realize that it's not the art that makes energy good or bad. It's the person behind the art. So it's like even martial arts, right? Any martial arts can be good and bad depending who's doing the martial arts. Any healer, any psychic, same thing. It depends who the person is. So even for like tarot cards, someone can say, oh, this tarot card is bad, it's evil. But if someone that is using it has really good intention, then the tarot card is probably not evil at all. I look at energy like we're in a swimming pool and the water is connected to all of us, and that's the energy connected to all of us, and it affects us differently. So if someone was to like jump in the swimming pool and it created like this big ripple, the people in the water will still all be affected in different ways. So some might be like happy, some might be pissed off, some might just ignore it, but it's still the same energy rippling into the whole swimming pool, but everyone will react differently. So how you react makes a big difference, because whatever you react is the next intention of the energy that you're programming. Most times when they teach something like tarot cards, they have you memorize the meaning of the cards, and that's good in the beginning because you get to learn about the origin of the art itself and understand how they put symbols together, astrology, numerology, how it all falls into place. So in that sense, it's really good to know. But then there's a point where after a while, if you don't progress intuitively, you will start labeling the cards. And then you're not going to get anything more than what the card means. And that's when people get stuck. So I kind of tell people, if they want to learn that, do that on their own first, because that's a lot to memorize. But after, they can always try and just read the card for what they pick up and what they feel. The first thing what you want to do is really know yourself well. So I tell people to do this thing called psychic dictionary. So that one is where you would get a piece of paper and pen and just write down words like happy, sad, angry, just different emotions. And then when you have time, you sit down and you close your eyes and you think about these words. And you think how it affects you biochemically. So biochemically means that how your body feels, what it goes through when you're thinking of these words. So an example would be like, say you're watching, I don't know, action movie of some sort, and someone's hanging from the cliff, and you're like, oh my God, he's gonna fall, he's gonna fall. And you start sweating, and you're like, that's biochemically. So you're reacting to something biochemically. So for same thing with these words that you write down on a piece of paper, you want to tap into them. So you would close your eyes and you'd be like, okay, when I think of the word happy, how do I feel? What happens to me biochemically? And then maybe I feel more calm in my heart. Maybe I feel like energy settling. Maybe I feel like my lips like slowly open and more relaxed because my jaw is more relaxed. Maybe my frown line disappears. So whatever it is. And then you write it down. And then you ask, what does it feel like when I'm pissed off, right? So you write the word pissed off and you sit there and you're like, hey, how do I feel? My energy feels like it's bouncing off the walls. I feel like turning and just like looking at everything. Like I'm so fidgety. My hands want to clench and make a fist. So everyone's going to be different, but you write it down on a piece of paper. So then the next time you feel something, when you go into a place, you'll know how that energy is and what you're feeling. You can also take it to the different seasons. What does fall feel like? And you just maybe imagine something. Maybe you see leaves. Maybe you feel the energy of leaves. Maybe you feel like this wind blowing through you. How does winter feel like? Maybe you feel really cold. Then you get even more specific. We used to do this thing where we would sit down and be like, hey, I know that guy knows martial arts. What kind of martial arts do you think he knows? We sit there and we tap into the energy and we're like, oh, that's Tai Chi. He's not doing Tai Chi, he's just eating his food. But, we're like, that's Tai Chi. She knows Tai Chi. Or like, say a group of people come in. So we sit there, we tap into it. Is it church energy? Is it a business entrepreneur-like energy? So you can kind of tap into the different feelings and the different energies. So you also write that down as well. You can also go to, what does a Wednesday feel like? Then you get even more detailed. So you go through this thing and you call this your psychic dictionary, and you just kind of take notes and you write it out through the day. And then the next time you pick up a tarot card and you look at it, you kind of ask yourself, if you were into this card right now, if you were inside of the card, and you close your eyes and you tap in meaning just pretending you're there, or with intention that you're in there, how would you feel? How do you feel being inside of there? Do you feel claustrophobic, like you're in the middle of everybody in there? Do you feel threatened? Or do you feel like everyone's working together? Depending on the question, the answer will always change. It's never going to stay the same. It's always going to change because you're not labeling the card. You're not memorizing the card. You're going with the feeling for that moment in time and the question that is given at that day. That's why the beginning part is know who you are and write all these things down first.